Hello everybody, I am back. We are looking at Ethereum right now because it is a critical time. If you guys have been following my Ethereum plays, we have made some very nice Ethereum plays over the past few months, haven't we? You guys remember my original Ethereum November 14 entry 292 to 315. Target 1 540 reached. Target 2 788 reached. 3 to 5 months, it was pretty off. It was more like 2 months. Not even. That was an amazing play, guys, that I called. And I know a lot of you guys got in on this one. I know you guys got in on this one. It was awesome. And by the way, if you guys like my content, please like, please subscribe, please share, and especially please upvote it on steemit. If you guys aren't following me on there, follow me, guys. I'm posting some awesome stuff. The goal is to ultimately help the cryptocurrency community. I think I've had an awesome second half of December 2017. It was very rewarding in every way, and just happy with life in general, and of course being financially stable will make anybody happy as well, right? And we can always have more, but just be happy with what we have. And I think I had a wonderful 2017 year, and that's why I started at the end of the year making my Twitter and my YouTube stuff. So don't think that I'm going anywhere, guys. Just because I took a 1 month break doesn't mean I'm going anywhere. Always got to do what you say and say what you do to keep yourself accountable and responsible. So because I've had a fun time trading cryptocurrency, I want to give back to the community and do as much as I can. So if you guys like my content, once again, just subscribe, like, share, etc. And especially upvote on steemit. And if you guys especially love it, my dog Luna, that you guys hear sometimes guest starring in some videos, she's got her own little cryptocurrency piggy bank. You guys are welcome to donate to it, but don't ever feel obligated. Sometimes people want to, just to help out the community in general. But other than that, we're going to talk about Ethereum, guys. And do you guys remember this other Ethereum one as well? Right here on November 30th. And right here, ABCD finished. I literally called the bottom for this guy here. And it didn't fail though. It didn't fail. We counted every single subwave that was going up. If it fails, then we see extended WXY, but it didn't, right? And right here, we're just predicting. All that we predicted, guys, was subwave 3. That's where I ended. But if you guys notice, there's 5 subwaves going all the way up there somewhere that I didn't even bother doing, right? So I guessed all of this stuff, and it literally hit everything, which was awesome. So I was very happy with that one as well, and I put an awesome play in here as well. Entry between 415 to 425, right? And target 620, 765. That was for here, and we actually hit that one. And then for 4, we actually hit this one as well, just about. And then we had a big 5th wave. I expected a very small 4th wave correction. It was 622, and it actually did really well in general. 622. Oh, actually, it was a little bit higher, but you know what? That was incredibly extrapolated in general. So now we're going to go through everything here from the beginning of time, okay? From the beginning of time, just to see what we can come up with. And what we see here is basically the first wave going up here, right? And then we see a huge consolidation right here to make the second wave. And I'm going to annotate this for you. That's 1, that's 2. So that's just using targets like that, right? So a general target that people would have used is, of course, Fibonacci from here. So we're going to use Fibonacci extension just from waves 1 to 2, so all-time high, extrapolated. And a general target would be a 1-to-1 at least, right? And a 1-6-1-8, right? So target 1 people would have used is most likely, it can range. You can just take an average. I sometimes arbitrarily choose in videos. Could be slightly less, could be slightly more. But because it's wave 3, right, it depends on the kind of trader that you are as well. Are you a long-term trader? Or sorry, investor, where you're going to hold for months? Are you a trader like myself, where you're going to hold positions for minutes to seconds to up to a day at most? Are you a swing trader, right? It depends on the kind of person that you are. So you're going to have different targets and the kind of style of trading that you have. So a general target could have been, some people would choose below 1-to-1 just to take some profit. Some people would choose above right here, right? But because it's Ethereum and we expected it to be very bullish, I can with certainty expect people to try to go to 1-to-1 extension over here. That's how I derived my first target of around 720. 720 was my second target, right? Around there. 720. And my first one I think 645 or so, around this range right here, where we met resistance. And then second target was up here for the wave 3, which, man, that was so good, guys. That was so freaking awesome. So yeah, anyways, so people would assume, hey, it's bullish. We're going to assume at least a 1618 extension right here. And surely enough, it was hit, guys. It was hit with certainty. And I'm going to show you guys how accurate a lot of this was as well, okay? So here, people saw it break out, wave 1, wave 2 finished right here. Because that previous one, okay, guys, because this previous 1 to 2 right here, right, we're going to assume a 1618. As soon as this one formed right here, this right here, first of all, makes waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, which is now completed, guys, and it's imminent signs of reversal. That's why I'm making this video right now for you guys, because I don't want you guys to think, you know, hey, I'm going to go into a long position in Ethereum when there's clear signs of reversal. 10 hours ago or 12 hours ago, there wasn't. But now there is, okay? So as soon as waves 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 form right there, so we got that green box derived from the previous targets, right? Green box derived from the previous targets. And for poops and giggles, I'm just going to set a green box above the 261.8 level as well. Now I'm going to delete them just to clear up some room. Now, as soon as this wave formed right here, a lot of people don't play this impulse wave. They actually miss it because they want to confirm an uptrend first, right? They want to first of all confirm an uptrend, right? And then they will enter when they believe that they will enter when it has clearly established a higher high. So for the swing traders out there, right, you establish a higher high by doing this, just by Fibonacci. Fibonacci here on 4-hour chart gives me a retracement of, go to the lowest point here, of 0.5. So this one was very much so in the middle, okay? In the middle. So we know right away that because wave 2 retraced the middle of the pack pretty much, wave 3 could be very arbitrary up to, not arbitrary, but it could be higher or lower than 0.5 up to this point right here. So as soon as this point formed and we found support, right, and it was an uptrend, what a lot of people will do, including me from now on, is when it bounces off of the 55 EMA line and I see volume pick up, boom, this one right here, guys. I'm going to ignore a lot of my indicator. Actually, even this one right here is enough for me. Even this one right here is enough for me as well. That's a good indicator. This one, not as much, but the next one, you buy into it. You buy into it right here, guys, okay? Above that 55 EMA line, and you do not dare sell it until it reaches below it, which is right here, right? Now, one will argue and say, yes, I could have sold it at 854. Well, how do you know it would have got to 854? If you entered a position right here, right, say 464, how do you know you wouldn't have sold it at 620 and had weaker hands? How do you know you wouldn't have sold it at 736, right? So if you employ certain strategies, such as a 55 EMA moving average, right, it's going to allow you to confirm a downtrend while maximizing your profits to ride it as much as possible. In the long term, it wins, right? There's always those times where you guys say to yourself, darn, I should have done this, I should have done that, why didn't I do this, why didn't I do that, right? And you know, why didn't I hold it longer? I could have sold it much higher. Well, using a 55 moving average strategy, of just even a simple one, I use 8, 13, so many other ones, 21, 55, and I'll show you mine. I'll show you mine. For example, here's Ethereum, and we're just going to go back to where it was over there, right? So here, let's say here you bought it right here, okay? I keep $1,000 in my margin funding only. That's all I'm going to play with for now. Exactly 1,000 to make 3,333, because I want to test out different strategies since I'm going into a swing trade position now, right? Swing trade. So this is going to be one of my main strategies that I'm using, right? So what we see here is the moving averages bounce and 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 bounce. What I like to see is one tip over it above here and then one come down and then a bounce above it. So now we see my 55 moving average or all my EMAs fanning out. So right here is where I would have entered it probably, right? This one right there, 470, right? This is the strategy I'll be using from now on. I could have sold it there, right? I could have sold it there. I don't want to panic. I want to make sure I reach the top. Here could have been the top, right? Here could have been the top right there, right? Am I going to sell it? No, I'm not going to sell it until this yellow moving line right here, the 55 average, is actually above all of them, which indicates a downtrend now, right? So let's see. Oh, wow, it actually is bouncing off of my 21 moving average. I'm just going to keep riding it. I'm just going to keep riding it. I'm going to keep riding it. Woohoo! I didn't have weak hands. I used a really good strategy, right? And here, you might even have been tempted to sell it, right? I probably would have been tempted to sell it. In fact, I would have sold it right there. I definitely would have sold it right there because I would have counted 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then a 5 Elliott wave. So I would have sold it. But just to confirm a downtrend and to be consistent with my strategy, I will not sell it, guys. I will not sell it until basically I confirm that there's a downtrend, a strong downtrend with volume. This candle would not have done it. The next candle that formed, right? The next candle that formed, I would have sold it for sure. So I would have taken a profit from 444 to about, we'll say 680. So then if you do the math, I'm just trying to look for the price tool here. If you do the math and you just use that strategy that I just talked about, you still would have gained yourself a 60% profit, guys, or 55% profit by using this strategy. And that is a strategy I will be using pretty much every time from now on for a long, long, long time. So now we're in an uptrend again, right? We're in an uptrend, and now what's going to happen is this. We're going to scroll back all the way to when we reached a pretty high high. I don't know why I can't do it there. Okay, maybe I'll just do it on here. Right? So let's say we zoomed out a lot. Let's say we went to a correction mode now, okay? Let's see if I can do it on Ethereum here. Hold on, I'm trying to get my other chart on here for you guys to see. Let's say, you know what, I'm not gonna bother. Let's say now you need those fans. You need those moving averages. I'm gonna try to pull it up on my main screen here. It's just making sure it's loading. So the date was June 12-ish. I'm trying to pull up that specific one. Okay, here we go, guys. June 12th, okay? Now, let's say for the reverse, this is where the peak was for the first primary wave of the original one that began, okay? Now, let's say it crosses over right here. Right here, it's crossed over, right? And you're going to say to yourself, I will not sell this until I see this yellow moving line below every other line here and it fans out. So you just short it there. Even though the RSI is really low already, you short it there because it's confirming a downtrend. And now you're going to ride it until the yellow line actually fans above. Here it was 343. There we go. 343. You just confirmed it right there. That's 197, right? So if you entered a short position using that strategy right there, you would have gained yourself a freaking 43%. So I will be playing these higher time frame, guys, and I'm good at it too, just like with scalping. So I want to give you guys a really detailed analysis of when I'm looking to short Ethereum. And yes, guys, I will 100% with certainty short Ethereum very soon. We are just waiting. Let's go to, for example, a 3-hour chart. I'll probably end up shorting it. Trigger chart. Yeah, I'm probably guessing a 2-hour chart. Make more sense. Not 15. I don't have 2-hour on here, I forgot. So it might have to be 3-hour for here. So I'm just waiting, guys. Now that all of the corrections are made, as soon as this moving averages is above all of them and the candle closes below it, you guys can see me short it. So now we got 5 waves going up here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And we talked about the buy zones. Let's talk about some of the key reasons why I do believe that it is now going to be downticking, okay? First of all, this is snap too high. If you guys even see on here right now with Ethereum, we see 5 beautiful waves, even for the for the MACD here, okay? 5 beautiful waves on there. We see 5 beautiful waves even on the histogram. 1, 2, with a huge third wave, with a huge extended fifth wave, right? So this is on the daily chart. Yes, you can also draw these kind of things, guys, on histogram, on the RSI as well, on all of it, right? Beautiful here as well. It's arguable where that 3 one actually is, but you know, if I drew it from here where 4 was, from the way bottom, right? Here's where wave 1 is, next top there. Here's where the next bottom kind of rounds out. Here, big third wave, we can say even to right here, this might be a third wave right here, okay? Could be, but I would prefer to choose that top 4 and a huge fifth wave in there, or this wave in general is the fifth wave. That's huge. I'm talking about third for a push, 4 and 5. Even on here, it makes sense as well when we draw on the other side. So around this range bottom here, next range where it's plateauing to here, next area where it's plateauing, but we prefer this high here, and then that one right there makes 5 as well. So I'm counting 5 Elliott waves, guys. I'm counting it so clear right now. And now we look on, for example, a daily chart, which has got 5 hours to go. We're getting a doji, guys. A doji at the very top always signals, I'm not going to say always, but it usually signals a doji, a reversal. A doji, you know, for example, here, for example, okay, doji start to form, downtrend. We can find so many of these dojis. Doji, downtrend, right? This one here, they're just dojis because they're part of the wave, right? When we go to a different time frame, we count the five waves in there. 1, 2, right? That's 3, 4, and that's 5 right there. 4 and 5 in there. And then we're also getting hanging mans right now. So this one on the 4 hour is a shooting star, first of all, and this is think of a hammer, but upside down, right? A hammer on a downside signals a reversal, or a dragonfly doji, whatever. But a dragonfly doji, or at the top, is more like it's called a hanging man because there's lots of pressure to go down, right? And the bears or the bulls are defending by pushing it back up, but they're not really attacking. If they were attacking, there'd be wicks poking up. Right? Or there'd be big bars of candles going upwards. But how do you win a game? By only playing defense. You don't, right? You don't win a game by only playing defense. You got to attack as well, right? So despite the the bears not pushing down aggressively right now, they are pushing down at least, and they are attacking to the point where the bulls have to defend, and they're on their feet right now. Okay, now you guys also have to factor in this right here as well. Okay, this is a bearish divergence right here on the RSI. It's not getting a higher high. It's plateauing here as well and down ticking, and the MACD on the 4 hour chart is about to down tick as well. It's about to cross over, see, right there. 4 hour and 3 hour chart is about to cross over as well. Similar type of consolidation pattern with this right here, definitely bearishly diverging downwards, right? And we also see bearish diverging downwards right there as well. Here it has already crossed over on the 2 hour. On the 2 hour, it has absolutely crossed over already, and what I see this forming is basically sort of subwave one, which is going to make a kind of like this type of pattern that's going to be a descending triangle. It's just a matter of time. I believe that. We already got our all-time high of 1382. We are already down ticking into the negative, guys. We don't really down tick much to the negative, and I do count 5 waves. I could be wrong. I could be entirely wrong, right? We might get some extended 5th wave here right now, but here I see full bearish signs of divergence with no support at all. I see the volume declining as well, right? I also look at the order book that I can't show you guys, but you know, the order book is definitely getting more people selling than buying as well in general. See here, we see the bottoms already that I'm talking about. Okay, we're starting to see this pattern emerge already. We didn't see it on the other ones because of the difference in wicks and bars showing only, but we see this descending triangle already forming, right? With it poking through, probably get up to 13, 14, right? This will probably be A, B, C, D, and E, and then it will end up coming down. This is my guess. A, B, C, D, and E, like that. So prepare. Don't get too caught up, guys. We're seeing at the very top, we're seeing a shooting star right there, right? And this is definitely creating a very significant resistance and support right there as well. Okay, another thing I forgot what I was talking about. Sorry guys, if I was talking about something, I went outside for a quick cigarette. So the daily, look at this guys, okay? Now I want to show you guys something cool as well. This is a very cool pattern to play, right? Because it's parabolic, right? These are very parabolic patterns that we're seeing and parabolic shapes. So a parabola, for those that don't know what that is, I don't need to be condescending, but some people don't know what that is, right? So I got to make sure that people know, where it curves up exponentially, right? To where y is equal to e to the x, right? So it's an exponential curve function, and it curves upwards like that with strong upwards one. Now, you know, there's different types of moves up. There's ones like that as well, right? That we all see, I'm sure. And then our favorite ones are the parabolic ones that I'm showing you right now, right? There's those ones as well. And then there's also the slowly drawn arced one as well, right? There's slowly drawn up like that. So there's different variations of parabolic moves that are concave or convex as well when they move up or down. And then here we see the 5 waves up, but then what we see about these kind of structures is that it forms like that kind of, right? It's called the technical term for it is an expanding diagonal. And let me show you guys where we saw it many times before. If you guys remember my awesome dash prediction, okay? Remember when we were talking about dash in here? Right, like middle of November, I believe it was. Actually, it might have been, yeah, right here. I called it to buy around that range, maybe. Hold on, let's just find it. I don't want to pretend and make stuff up. Do you guys like my new hair? That's my new hair, by the way. I decided to change it and cut it short. Do you guys remember the inside joke with Jennifer Lawrence? Okay. Here it is, right here. I was killing it. 120 Neo, that's all that I played for that one. Okay, here's Neo one, guys. Or sorry, here's the dash one, right? Where I suggested entry for 540 to 582. That was a target, and enter between 410 to 427. It's because we were doing like a jaws of wealth kind of thing. That's what Hydrogen calls it. It's kind of catchy. I like that. So when it goes to here, right, it ends up wanting to break out of it because this is where the 1 is. And then when it gets to here, right, it consolidates to where the support is, right there. So now let's correlate this because we've seen it before. We like to use other coins as a reference if they seem to make sense, right? I know a lot of people might be like, oh, it's hocus pocus, it's voodoo. Sometimes it sticks. You just keep throwing spaghetti on the wall, and sometimes it sticks and sometimes it doesn't. Okay, sure. But hopefully we try to be more right than wrong, right? So it first of all created a channel like this. Not even a channel, like it created something like that, right? And then it created a bottom over here which consolidated to it as well. And eventually now we're in this type of pattern right here. Okay? We're in this type of pattern, and it's so clear that it's an expanding diagonal, right? So there are 2 different levels of support, right? So first of all, we're going to use this level as a support right here, as a baseline, right here. Let's make it red. Red is danger. Now, the rule for Elliott wave is that wave 3 does not retrace to the territory of wave 1 by more than, say, a wick or 2 at most on a daily chart. So we have now done this, okay? We have now done wave 3 And we are about to do wave 4, right? And we're in this type of kind of shape right now. Okay? We're kind of in this kind of shape, right? From where it began. And we also are in this kind of shape where we see wave 1 and 3 kind of expanding it like that. Like an expanding channel, but it's the right term is an expanding diagonal, right? That's what we see. Now what we are hoping for is a wave 4 correction that will obviously be above wave 1 right here for a horizontal line. This is a given that it will be above this line. Worst case scenario, you know, the market entirely crashes, right? Wave 3 fails, falls into this region. Like that's worst case scenario, but yeah, I haven't seen it really before. And then wave 5, guys, ends up making something ridiculous. Ends up doing something like redonkulous and like breaks out of it, right? Like that. And I'm going to give you guys a clear example of what happened, right? So wave 3 originally was like that, okay? And it made an expanding diagonal as well, right? Just like that, an expanding diagonal. And wave 5 busted out of there, right? And now it creates a new one. And Dash, I'm too lazy to go back to it, to be quite honest. Dash did the exact same thing. It made the third wave substructure, right? And then it busted out of there. And it started like fanning outwards. So what we're hoping for is for most likely for this guy right here to land right on one of these lines. And this would be considered a secondary support over here. And the primary support will be this one right here, right? This pretty much right here in this zone, which we're gonna make small right here. So now what this one does is it does a retracement of Fibonacci from waves 1, the bottom wave 1, all the way to there, okay? Now we're gonna take a look at what this guy did, what this first wave did in March, what kind of retracement it did. I'm pretty sure it was 0.5. No, this one did about a 618. Unless I drew it right. Yeah, about 618 retracement that it did. It did an awesome retracement there. Whoever bought in there and got in the bottom at 162, that was great. But I got in a way better price than that, guys. So I bought mine at $10 right there. And I still remember when I sold it. It was a nice day. I sold mine like around here, 350-ish. Like it was so nice. Yeah, I only had yeah, I didn't have too much Ethereum. I had 200 Ethereum, guys, that I bought for like $2,000 when it was 10 bucks. No joke. And I wrote this like massive post on like Bitcoin Talk and the Ethereum forums. Like I used to post a lot on there when it was I told everybody to hold it at $10. And then I sold mine at 350, and it honestly changed my life. So I'm pretty happy about it. Can't complain. So and I also followed my Ethereum prediction of buying it. Like I think it was, can't remember, like 315 or something like that. 315, 325, and I sold it at could have been 540 or something like that. So it's pretty good play on there on my part as well. If you're doing your own technical analysis, you may as well take your own advice, right, guys? It's not like I'm just doing them for fun and then not taking my own advice. Of course, I'm going to take my own advice for my own technical analysis that I'm doing. That's the point of doing them, right? So I hope you guys know that if you guys are in these trades, like, you know, we ride together, we die together. In 2018 for cryptocurrency, we get rich or we die trading, you know? We gotta find 50-cent coins, no pun intended, guys. Like IOTA, Ripple, etc. EOS, that's gonna moon, right? So yeah. Anyways, I got off on a tangent there, guys. No pun intended either, guys. Just because I'm Asian and I like mathematics. Stop it! I'm killing myself today. So, anyways, this is wave 3 over here. Give me a minute. Guys, I hope you know I don't have any friends, and this is one of the many ways that I entertain myself. Oh my goodness. Guys, I am 33 years old, okay? It is time to be incredibly mature about this right now. So, That one retraced 618, the first wave right there. Okay, I'm done. I swear I'm done. So what we're going to expect is either a big retracement, right, below 618 level, but still above this wave 1 right here. Oh, that's not wave 1 territory. This is wave 1. Oh, we have the red line there. Never mind, right? Is it going to retrace more than the 618 or to the 618 or less to the 618, right? But generally speaking, because we have this very strong support line here, this super strong support line, right? That is now making this expanding diagonal right here. I will strongly imagine, guys. And also, it is the top of this wave right here. It is the top of this area right there, right? As soon as it gets even near there, people are going to start panic buying right around there. Unless I drew that absolutely wrong. Let's say I drew it on a 4-hour time frame, right? So we can actually make it a little bit more accurate in terms of intersecting the wicks, etc. What do you guys think of that? Is that acceptable? Not that you guys can even reply to me. Why don't you guys ever talk to me, huh? Why am I always talking to myself alone? So, because this was a really strong wave up, right? We're going to expect a retracement as well, but because this is forming a really nice channel right here, okay? It's forming a beautiful channel, or expanding diagonal, we're going to expect our first level of support, right, to be around this level right here, in this green box zone. In between, you know, right here, we might see some wicks, 382 region, right here. I'm going to say between $1,000 psychologically, okay, and 950, round big numbers. 950, and then if that fails, guys, if that fails, I will expect a correction to the next level channels that we see here. And we will see it kind of like that right here, okay? That's the next level when we fan them out like that. Right? So we'll see it break through here, and we'll see it stay above this red line because wave 4 does not retrace the territory of wave 1. And then we'll see some sort of support, most likely around this region here. I know that's not what you guys want to hear right now, okay? But you guys got to understand that what goes up really, really heavily must come down. So there you guys have it. If you guys enter a short opportunity, good luck. We have looked at every single indicator, literally, from one day down to 15 minutes. We're seeing all bearish signs right now, right, guys? We have done an Elliott wave count, which is just beautiful, okay? Just beautiful, 5 waves with a huge extended 5th wave right there. This is looking great. It looks like the top is in. I mean, we're getting these horrible candles right here on the 4-hour. On a 4-hour chart, guys, we got an inverted, not an inverted hammer, but an upside down hammer, and we also, it's shooting star, we're getting these hanging mans, right? We were talking about that already. It's just so scary right now, just based on how everything is about to cross over as well on there. So I'm probably gonna enter a short position, guys, very soon. And then I'm gonna wait. Actually, I'm probably gonna wait for a confirmation. I forgot what I said earlier. I'll stick to my strategy of confirming a downtrend on, I don't know, maybe like a 30-minute, we'll even say for now, and I'll see if it hits this channel at 382 right here. So correction target, guys. I'm just gonna throw out a number here. First of all, okay, I'm gonna throw out 1025 to 950. 1025 to 950. Okay, and then I'm going to throw out secondary target range will be between 700 and 700 and 850, we'll say, right there. And the last target, which this area here is critical, okay? This area is critical to hold. You guys see how much traffic there is? If that doesn't hold there, it'll fall to the lower tier there. And if that doesn't hold, guys, we're going to end up going all the way down to here. So we have to consider all the possibilities right now, okay? So other than that, enjoy. I'm gonna move this box back like that. So enjoy. Be extremely cautious, guys. I'm sorry to say, but it's not a really good time to enter a long position for Ethereum right now. Like, I'm not a financial advisor, but it'd be pretty really risky not to enter a trade at this time, right? You guys miss out on the opportunity. Don't have that FOMO and think to yourself, hey, Ethereum could be going really high right now, much higher than that. You guys want to make sure that you're buying on a dip if you want to be profitable over time, right? You want to make sure that you time your entries. You want to make sure you time your exits using Fibonacci extensions, and you want to make sure you use moving averages as well to give you confirmations of uptrends and downtrends. So guys, we are at the run of wave 3 already, okay? We are now going to finish some sort of consolidation, in my opinion, that will kind of go into here, or it will go into here like that, okay? And then we will get some consolidation area, maybe in here, right? And then we bust out and start a new one, right? And trust me, we will get there eventually. And if we fall through that green area box right there, we will get a consolidation, something like that most likely. It's very easy to tell just based on how trend lines have established already right now, right? We can't just suddenly break a trend line unless there's lots of force and conviction. People see what I see, and the market subconsciously just understands it without even saying it. And the market knows this because of the history. And history repeats itself, right? And charts have a memory, guys. It has a memory, it has tendencies, it has habits. And these habits, such as just breaking a very strong subconscious trend in the market, right, is very unlikely unless there's lots of conviction and something drastically changes. So the way that we approach the market would be from the perspective of deal with what we see and acknowledge what we see. And right now, there are more bearish signs than there is a bullish sign. And don't get me wrong, guys. I'm talking about midterm, short-term to midterm bullish, or bearish, okay, guys? Right now, like overall, I'm going to clear up everything over here. Actually, I don't want to do that. We are still so bullish on the weekly chart, okay? So bullish on the weekly chart. It is unbelievable how bullish we are. And there's no reason to sell. Though on the daily chart, you guys are also super bullish and there's no reason to sell either. If you're one of those people that are holding for months and months and months. But if you're holding for a shorter term like myself, where the 55 moving averages, or like I will be, you know, we would have sold already. We would have sold already. There's been lots of confirmations already. So depending on what style of trading you have and how long you hold your positions for, you know, and your tolerance to pain and risk as well, and the risk to reward ratios that you choose to play. Everybody's entries and exits will be drastically different. There is no specific time to enter a trade because it all comes down to matching it with the personality as well, right? Like I mentioned, we are going to get to like 13:15 or so, right? We're still forming this, if you guys can see right here. I mentioned we would get to 13:15, and this TA has been about an hour already, right? 13:15, 13:20, and then eventually it looks like it wants to break down out of here. So there's not a lot of volume, guys. If it got to a fifth moving average, okay, if it got to a moving average, here, for example, bam, volume, bam, volume, bam, volume. Right here, volume, right away. Do you guys see volume increasing slightly at all? Here, yes. What about here? No, volume is steadily declining. It is so declining right now, and that's a strong indication as well in general. You guys just take the average of a trend volume line as well, and you see it moving downwards, right? Right? You can take the averages however you want. They're all moving downwards in terms of losing volume. You guys see this moving average line of mine right here, right? This moving average line of mine right here is for the volume. And this is indicating that it's down ticking as well right now. We had our peak, right? We had our peak right around here for wave 3, pushing up to wave 5. And then, yeah, wave 1 does something similar as well. Take a look at it, right? Peaked, 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 right? And then it started to steadily decline here. And then it spiked up when we reached the critical support, right? as you can see, the volume declines in this region below my mouse here during a downtrend, right? People just slowly sell it off, and it looks like it's going to be one of those coins as well. And we just got to be very patient, guys. We had an amazing run with Ethereum, and we should all be grateful for this immense profit that we've had in 2018, right, guys? I mean, let's think back and be grateful for how much some people profited from buying Ethereum at under $1 or under $10 specifically, like, January, February, Marchish, right? Like myself. And then we had a run from 200 and like $300 all the way up to like $1,300, guys. That's 700% profit that I did, about 650% profit. If you guys put in $1,000, you would have got $6,500 back. If you had put in 100K, you would have got yourself $650,000 back. If you put in $100, you would have got $650 back. Like that's quite a profit if you guys think about it. I don't have any children, but if I were to have kids, I would definitely want to teach them about how to be smart with money and how to invest it, right? Because let's face it, putting in a bank nowadays, it doesn't really yield that big of a return. Like 1% high interest money master savings account over a year, like 1 year is, what? Yeah, could barely beat inflation. It's really wise to look for a good fundamentally sound coin such as Ethereum, right? I don't know if you guys read my Ethereum post. Like, I'm gonna show you guys it. How to mine Ethereum. Right here. How to mine fast, easy. I wrote this in March 2016, guys. This one right here has received 250,000 views now. I used to be one of the people that helped set up, right? To get newbies and miners set up on how to mine it. And I wrote, guys, you have a small chance. I'm just going to summarize it. You have a small chance if you play your cards right to get filthy rich. For example, $100 of Litecoin eventually became 30K over a period of a year. What you guys do with your Ethereum is up to you now. But remember that Ethereum is huge. What will 100 or 200 Ethereum mean a few years from now? Ask for yourself and read all the success stories, right? Of people who have made fortunes with Ethereum. So I wrote this in March of 2016, guys. That's me, Philocon. I posted a lot here before. And guys, from $10-ish, $10, guys, to $350, right? That's where I wrote it. And now that's 3,500%, okay? That's big. But 650% is still massive. So don't get that FOMO kicking in, guys. Just wait for the next big trend here, right? And when that one finishes, like, I'm going to tell you guys right now what that one looks like it's going to finish at, okay? If this one did a 261 extension right here, okay, just a 261 extension right there, we're going to assume that this one will do, this is long-term extrapolation, a 316 extension on the lower side right here. We don't have any data yet. Not yet, really, except for this wave 3, which can be extrapolated further. So guys, yeah, longer term, we're looking at $1,600 to $1,800 as a possibility. Yeah, I'm not kidding, guys. So be patient and wait for this consolidation to finish, right? If you guys are a long-term holder, you don't want to be buying right now. Once again, let's see if it lands in this region right here between, say, 950 and 1025, or this region right here between 700 and 850. So there you guys have it. This is my Ethereum analysis brought to you by Sir Mr. Fibonacci Philocon. I hope you guys stay cautious, right? I know that right now Ethereum is in a consolidation phase as well, but we all know that Ethereum a lot of the times has a mind of its own. And a lot of coins don't always follow Bitcoin. Sometimes it goes down, sometimes it goes up or down with Bitcoin. It really is up to the market to decide. But during this consolidation phase, guys, when the market and the people finally decide, okay, you guys think about this for a second. How many investors do you think are still holding from a very good position, super low position, and how many millions or billions of dollars worth do these investors have combined? We haven't seen any major correction yet. There has been a major amount of movement upwards in terms of price and price action, right? People need to take profit. We need to make to progress further. Profits need to be taken from a large amount of people. We can't just all be holding these coins. Supply and demand doesn't work that way, guys, right? Right now, the demand for coins is very, very low, right? But the supply, people are just holding it right now. They're just holding it, they're not selling it yet, right? But people need to sell it. They need to sell it off in order for prices to consolidate and correct. And once these prices correct and consolidate, this is how it achieves higher highs. So now it's all about being patient, guys. So that's my end of my Ethereum analysis. As you guys can see, I'm getting these analysis out. I want to make sure people are well informed by having a perspective from multiple sources, right? I am not the Bible. Don't ever treat me that way, despite you guys calling me, the prophet and stuff like that, which I really appreciate. It's super flattering. But at the same time, you guys have to remember that trading is formulating an opinion, a general consensus, right? But yours is the most important one out there. And you guys got to get various sources of information. And while getting these various sources of information, formulate your own opinion, right? Whoever you guys respect, and I really do appreciate the love and the support that you guys have given me. I feel like I know a lot of my viewers out there and the demographic and what you guys like and don't like. And like I really want to make sure that you guys have a good year because there's so much money and profit to be made in 2018. I cannot emphasize enough how much potential there is. And it's just a matter of having lots of eyes out there, right? Lots of eyes out there on the field to get ideas, to pull out information, to get an idea of where he thinks the market is, where she thinks it is, and then you correlate it to, or you compare it to other sources as well, and especially your own. So that's it, guys. If you guys enjoyed my analysis, I would really appreciate an upvote on steemit. I love Steem. Steemit is so cool. Please upvote me on there. I love you guys. Like, share, subscribe. I post a lot of awesome goodies on Twitter as well. So you guys should definitely follow me on there. A lot of my tweets are geared to be extremely helpful to give people notice of when I think bottoms. I hate using the word signals because that's not the kind of social media or reputation I want to have, right? But sometimes I do give signals, I guess, of when the bottom is. Like for example, today I called a Ripple signal and it literally bounced up 25%, guys. It went from $1.62 to like $2 in like 30 minutes, guys. It did that. It was like, whoa, people just made tens of thousands of dollars because of things like that. So yeah, I gave you guys all the scenarios for where Ethereum is as well, right? And don't forget, Luna's got her own little cryptocurrency piggy bank. If you guys feel I'm doing something awesome for the community and you want to thank me by buying lunch or dinner or a beer or something, you guys are welcome to donate to her cryptocurrency piggy bank. The majority of it goes towards tequila and vodka because well, she just loves to drink, she's just that kind of dog. So yeah, what kind of dog doesn't love a good shot in the morning of tequila or vodka? No dog, just mine. So there, other than that, have yourselves a great day, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Take it easy now. I'll see you guys when there's more information of a major correction for Ethereum. And that is it, guys. Bye now.